Good day. My name is Gadapan, and today I will present a stylistic analysis of Maya Angelou's poem entitled Still I Rise. So, this poem was published in 1978 and is a powerful declaration of resilience and empowerment. So, for this presentation, I will focus on one stylistic aspect parallelism and repetition. To begin, let me share the excerpts I will analyze. You may write me down in history with your bitter, twisted lies. You may trod me in the very dirt, but still, like dust, I'll rise. And the closing refrain, I rise, I rise, I rise. The aspect I am analyzing is parallelism and repetition, specifically the recurring phrase I rise, and the repeated structures that frame defiance against oppression. Now, let's look more closely at how this aspect works in the poem. So, in the opening stanza, Angela sets up a pattern. You may, but still I rise. This parallelism contrasts oppression with resilience. So the repetition of rise becomes a refrain throughout the poem, appearing in variations such as just like moons and like suns, I rise. And finally, in the empathic closing, I rise, I rise, I rise. At the lexical level, the word rise repeats, anchoring the poem. At the semantic level, its meaning expands from physical rising to emotional, spiritual, and cultural rising. At the discourse level, the refrain unifies the poem, turning it into a chant or anthem. By foregrounding the phrase I rise, Angelo transforms the poem into a performance of resilience. The repetition is not decorative, it embodies the act of rising itself. So the closing triple repetition intensifies this effect, leaving the reader with a sense of unstoppable strength. From this close reading, we can now see how the stylistic pattern shapes the overall impact of the poem. So, the stylistic pattern of repetition and parallelism creates cohesion and emphasis. It links stanzas together, reinforces the theme of empowerment, and mirrors the act of rising again and again. The refrain transforms the poem into a performance of resistance, where language itself rises. So in Still I Rise, Maya Angelou's repetition of I rise shows how style itself becomes resistance, language rising against oppression and affirming identity. So that would be all for my analysis. Thank you.